Hey, we're back. I don't know what happened. All I did is moved a matter of 10 feet and it kicked off, told me no service. So I started walking around. It says I do have, again, it's free data. And Mexico, I guess, with Verizon. Anyways, let's turn this thing around. And like I said, I had to start up a fresh feed here. But I mean, all I can do right now is try to get you down there. It's grabbing Rogers right now. We are going to see how well this thing does. I want to be careful with getting down too far into the mist down there because it does get kind of wet. So let's go down there and see how well the signal holds. But if I lose you guys again, you'll know why.
You're on an island. Doesn't really matter where you go.
Getting a little wet. There's a rainbow. So Erie Falls seems to push out a nice rainbow. Sorry for those of you who are looking for the other stream to pop up. When I started this one, I had to start a fresh one to get the ball rolling again because I had to reboot the phone and put the settings to roaming and roaming data and all that stuff. So start off over here. In the previous video, that's where the American Falls, Bridalveil Falls, and that's where we started, way out over there. I'm going to move through this until I get just beyond where you see all the mist and water here. And there's the rainbow. It's a little tough to see the Horseshoe Falls just because of all the, hey, what do you know, we got a double rainbow going on if you can see it. But this is pushing out so much mist, it's almost hard to see the falls through it. Another screenshot for you. And that's what Niagara Falls is known for, right there. Honeymoon capital of the world. Try to get down a little further. We'll see if you can catch all of the Horseshoe Falls. Like I said, I hope this is all coming through pretty good because I'm going through the cell towers in Canada since we're so close. Yeah, we're getting a little wet. I better back off. Try to go up a little bit in elevation here and see if we can maybe set up the tripod and just view this for a little bit. And I'm gonna down some water so I can keep hydrated. Now let's see if I can find it. There's the tripod. All right. A little toasty out here. Like I said, it's going to be up in the 80s today, which is nice. Who would have thought, you know, here we are, fall up in the Niagara Buffalo area. There we go. All right, sit down for a minute. I got a little bit of the rainbow. Again, if anybody's out there can kind of let me know how the signal's holding up. Again, I'm using the towers off of Canada. Heck, they may even work better than mine over here. Yeah. Well, if those people are just checking in, I did have to move the stream over because we had a little problem when the cell towers switched off the American towers into the Canadian cell towers. So hopefully everybody can find their way over, or if anybody's out there can, it's caught on that we're over here, to let them know we're on this stream. Hey guys, how you doing? Here in Niagara Falls. We've been shooting since about 9 o'clock. We were on another feed, but then the cell towers started fighting with each other here between Canada and the US. If I flip the camera on, you can see why we're so close. Turns out that, like I said, through Verizon, I'll say again, they pick up Mexico and Canada for Verizon users, which is fine by me since we're so close. To Canada, it's nice that you don't get stuck with a roaming charge. They just throw it in. But again, I had to move off of that stream and start up another stream. So again, I'm going to flip it around and run around for an hour, so just hydrating, having a little water. And when I see some more people pick up, then we'll start moving around again. spin around here a little more. Yeah, it's tough to see everything through the mist. Let's see. I may have to get the phone plugged in here in a little bit too. Not sure how the gimbal's going to react. I'm going to try to plug the phone in. So I need a 90-degree lightning plug. Yeah, a little too much on it. So hold on, guys. We'll get this figured out.
Those things, those zoom lens things actually work? Or
Oh, the gimbal? Well, it does, except for my problem is I'm not, I need to buy a 90-degree plug.
oh, okay.
So after this thing gets down about it, I'm shooting actually live right now.
Sorry.
But the problem is, oh, that's fine, don't worry about it. Right now, I don't think I have anybody watching it anyways. I've been going since 9 o'clock. I think the most I had is about 4 people watching. Yeah, she's gonna fight it. So, nothing I can do here. Well, another experiment, guys. What can I tell you? I'd have to put on some additional weights to hold that thing up. So we'll just go. If it goes, then I'll switch off the gimbal and we'll there we go. Back up and running. And I'll have to carry it like I did when we were down in Disney. So.
What's the name of this fall?
This one here, this is the Canadian Horseshoe.
Horseshoe. Horseshoe. Thank you.
Canadian Falls, yeah.
Canadian horseshoe.
Alright, when you get this unhooked, we'll start moving around again here. Actually, we're going to leave you connected. Turn this, that, turn that, and there on we go. Yeah, sorry for the bumping around, guys. It was just me loading up the my little tripod here. So probably I'll invest eventually in a small tripod for standing the gimbal up on its own. But we got our water. We left the view of the falls on there for a while. Now we're going to start moving around again. I think we're going to walk along the water, up along that path there. Take us right along the rapids looking into Canada. All right, everybody's ready. Here we go. Smoothing along again.
Okay.
More good shot down here of the Canadian Horseshoe Falls. And then we're going to follow up along the Niagara River here towards Lake Erie. Believe me, I'm not walking Lake Erie. This is one long river. And then this dumps out here, travels down, goes into Lake Ontario. And again, I'm going to start keeping an eye on my battery. So at some point, I'll probably have to switch off the smooth and plug this thing in. I figure we've been going almost getting near an hour and a half. Not quite yet. Yeah, it looks like it's raining here, but it's not. That's just the mist coming from the falls. I guess just like anywhere, these feeds do have, the cells do have still some touchy areas. Like we experienced back there, we're almost ready to go up on the Horseshoe Falls, and the goofy thing wanted to kick out and try to get into the Canadian Towers, but then I had to shut the phone down, reboot it, and allow it to roam that way. Like tourists wanted to stop and play with the seagull, or as I call them, people don't hate me, don't send me hate mail. Flying rats. But then people want to feed them, and they go all over and poop all over. Yeah. They even give us the mileage. Really looking forward in the future too of bringing you guys down here when it's snow and frozen over. It's really pretty. Anybody can see this during the summer, but if I come down here from the winter, it's really beautiful. Now we can't get down here where we are right now on this path because this will be all blocked off, because this is a total skating rink. Now I expect when we get up in here, I'm gonna have another bounce with the cells to bounce out of Canada and back into the US. So be ready for it. I'll be looking for it so I can restart it. I'll get up near the entrance of the Three Sister Islands up here. And we went up there in a previous video that I recorded. But we get up there, maybe we'll do it live. We'll go through there, and as long as I have a signal and have some battery, we'll do it. It's kind of a quiet, pretty area here, because tourists really don't follow this path. Ooh, a little bit of an incline. Made it. You guessed it. Another bench. I need to stop for a minute. Hey, we're back. Oh, sorry about that. It's another little bit. Apparently, yeah, it's nice that you get Canada voice and roaming, but and data. And then a little note popped up that said, "Oh, you got to say if you say yes for $5, you can complete your session of data." And I'm like, with Verizon, there's always a catch. But we're back up and running now. We're back up in the Verizon LTE coverage, so we should be good. Got about half a battery. I have full bars here, so we're going to smoothing up the other end of the island. Go from there. Oop. Got my little book bag. This is good because it's showing me where all the dead spots are or what I've got to do to keep the stream going. But unfortunately, it's going to pull me down when I try to get up near the Horseshoe Falls, I see. But what are you going to do? I often want to try to experiment someday with some, like a cell phone booster or something I could power up in my backpack. Kind of see the RV guys use, pulling signals when they're out and about, or truckers use to keep a signal. If anybody is on that can get into the chat and shoot me a note and let me know how the signal is, I'd appreciate it. All right, just making sure I've got live chat, everything's open. So hopefully anything comes through, I'll see. Morning. Here we are. Here's where we shot that video a couple weeks ago before we went to Florida. And we'll head out onto the island. Maybe set up along here again with the camera. See what kind of signal we get. And I may pull the phone out of the gimbal and try to give it a charge. All right, guys, I don't know how much longer this signal's going to hold out where I'm at. I mean, I could see a Canadian tower over there and our U.S. towers over here. And they seem to want to battle each other for my signal or my money, depending on how you look at it. Maybe we'll look into some other upgrades down here from the signals, but I will continue to shoot videos down here that I will upload onto YouTube. But I think we're going to call it now. We've made it around from the American side all the way over to the edge here on the Three Sister Island, making a loop around Goat Island. But thanks anybody you guys that are able to hang on. You like this kind of stuff, shoot me a note, drop me an email. Please pass it along to other people. Subscribe to Buddy, leave a space L4, and we'll continue to try and do more of this kind of stuff. But like I said, right now I'm learning about where the dead spots are, where the signals have issues, and right now I got a pretty good map out of what happens and what's going to go on. So when we do lives, we may just contain it to smaller areas instead of trying to do a wide area like this, or break it down into smaller bits. But so we've been going now since about 9 o'clock. It's 10:30 now. I think anybody who's catching this, even on the replay, I appreciate it if you'd share it around, if you like it. As long as the weather holds out, we'll keep coming down and continuing to try this. But so for now, we're going to sign out, and like I said, I'm going to put the phone on charge and check a couple of the settings and things and see where I might have been able to improve the stream. Also, please don't hesitate to shoot me a note where we might be able to improve this, or anybody has any ideas of some improvement of doing this if you like it. So that's it for now. Take care.